welcome to the swamp. You're like, Swampy, where have you been? Well, let me just say this is the Swamp's season premiere, and I'm your host, Swampy T. Let's splash down. Now, I'm wearing the state hospital orange, the prison orange. I'm wearing the mental case, the sociopathic orange, because today's tale is the curious tale of an alcoholic. No, not me. The Honorable Judge Brett Kavanaugh. He's been nominated for the Supreme Court, a lifelong position. That's nuts. This is the dude who said Shamu is guilty of murder. A SeaWorld orca, killer whale. It's guy in the name, bro. Okay, so Kavanaugh. He was born in 1965. That's a great year to be alive. He was just a baby, so I don't know why I brought that up. He's an American attorney and jurist. He was appointed by George W. Bush. You know, the guy who staged 9/11 and started the war on terror and has been terrorizing the world ever since. Yeah, that George W. Bush. There's more to that somewhere, maybe right now. Mueller wrote the 9/11 investigation. George W. Bush appointed Kavanaugh to the United States Appeals Court. Mueller, after investigating 9/11, found that because Saudi Arabian terrorists flew planes into the Twin Towers, that Dick Cheney needed to put pipelines in Iraq. But that's a different story for a different time. Our friend Brett Kavanaugh, Judge Kavanaugh, the drinker. I'm nonpartisan, by the way. I'm nonpartisan. I'm right down the middle on this subject. Serious. I cross my swamp and I hope to tea. He's been described as evil and nightmarish by other politicians. I mean, that's kind of a scary description of anyone, to be honest with you. He graduated from Yale. He graduated first Yale with a degree in history, then he went to Yale Law School. So did Hillary Clinton. Their skull and bones are like this. Devil's Triangle. I don't know if you guys know that reference yet, but I'll get to that in a little bit. If I run for a gun real quick and start shooting at hornets, it's because there's a hornet's nest living in my bedroom. I've been having to sleep in the closet like Harry Potter. Told you this was the season premiere, right? Yeah, so this dude Kavanaugh is he's one of the main dudes as a law clerk. He worked under Ken Starr and he wrote a lot of stuff during the investigation of Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was a crooked real estate dude who during the investigation it was oh, this guy he's hooking up with quite a bit of chicks. Kavanaugh took it to a whole nother level. He addressed some questions to Bill Clinton, asking him if he's, if Monica Lewinsky likes to get, and has he ever brought to Monica Lewinsky to orgasm? And if Monica Lewinsky says any of this stuff, would she be a liar? Would she be a liar? Really trying to get Bill Clinton to say something that Monica Lewinsky's a liar. Monica Lewinsky's no, he brought me to the Big O in the Oval Office and I saw him releasing himself in a garbage can. Kavanaugh was a virgin at the time, by the way. He's writing these nasty questions, for Ken Starr in this investigation. It is kind of yikes. It's a yikes from me. He really urged for impeachment. Him and Ken Starr, which kind of changed his tune as he matured and got older. He doesn't really believe now a president should be impeached or can even be impeached. From 2003 to 2018, he had the second most or even most conservative voting record. I had to read my notes on it. That was kind of a trip. Going back to his past now. His mother was a go-getter. His mother, was a trendsetter. His mother, was one of those women who was, told she can't do this and that, and she became a appeals judge. She's held powerful positions and was able to put him through a Georgetown prep. His father was some kind of, he represented makeup, cosmetic products. His mother, though, was wow, she was a hustler. She did the grind and she put the work in, which we should give her credit for. That's very impressive. Brett Kavanaugh, he graduated in 1983. He was friends with this dude named Mark Judge. Mark Judge, there was a scandal. Mark Judge. Soon as we pretty much know what's going on with Brett Kavanaugh if you're watching this video. Soon as the fire hit the pan, Mark Judge erased his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel was filled with drunken art of young women, and he was like a Pizzagate guy. When you're friends with a guy who goes to Yale, you're going to be part of this Pizzagate art. If you don't know what Pizzagate art is, a lot of people in Washington, D.C. and people who are part of this community, they're into some really creepy art that involves children and sadomasochistic. It's sick stuff. Sick stuff. Hopefully I could find a link maybe put in the description, but I say that all the time and I never do, so don't rely on that one, bro. Okay, let's see. Mark Judge and Kavanaugh were also in the same class as Maryland Senate member Richard Maldonado. I only made a note of that because it's everyone who goes to Georgetown Prep, everyone who's part of these private schools. By the way, Brett Kavanaugh's school was a private Catholic school, all male. He ended up, he was a great football player. He was a basketball player. He somehow ended up in the Renate alumnus, which means him and 18 or 20 other dudes slept with the same chick. She's denied it. He's pretty proud of it, but he says it means something different now. And he says, if you're a chick part of the, so he's if you're part of the alumnus now, it's it doesn't mean we all had sex with you. We all just thought you were one of the boys. And it's no one's buying that. No one, maybe Lindsey Graham, but Lindsey Graham's a bathhouse bro. He'll buy anything. But yeah, there's a lot going on with his yearbook. He used to be involved in things called the Devil's Triangle. And what that means is usually two guys who sleep with one chick and they try not to make eye contact with each other because that would be whatever. Nothing wrong with that. A little tag team champions, a little Hardy Boys, Dudley Boy type. Cracking some jokes. Not very funny. Now, Kavanaugh has been known as the Forrest Gump of the Republican Party. Which is, him and Mark Judge, they went to the same school as Richard Maldonado, who's Maryland State Senate member. All these people go to the same group, same school. Mark Judge, he had Delia's YouTube channel. He's too flippin' creepy. He doesn't remember large portions of his life from alcohol abuse. He's agreed to cooperate with the FBI. But yeah, Kavanaugh is known as the Forrest Gump of the Republican Party. He's like so drunk. He's literally like, life is like a cow can. You never gonna know how blitzed you're gonna get. Which I think that shit's funny. I'm doing multiple takes, so I hope I don't do the same joke like it appears in the video, because my editing isn't even going to be that thorough today. We're wearing the prison orange for a reason. This is Kavanaugh, man. He's a lie detector pusher. Kavanaugh was saying everyone needs to take a lie detector test. And, from presidents to judges to mayors of the city. I'm like, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Am I wrong, bro? It's like that, right? Take a lie detector test. All these people are saying, go on the Steve Wilkos show. And he's now turned, his opinion changes over time. He's like, lie detector test actually should not be given. To me, at least. They're worthless. They're inadmissible in court. He's saying that now. I want the Senate to judge me, not a lie detector test. So hopefully he does man up and take one. So we're getting to the part where, there's this rumor that, law clerks coming out of Yale, he wants them to wear a certain type of attire. He wants them to look like models. He doesn't want no heifers or thoughts. He wants straight up 9s and 10s. Like, it's pretty discriminatory, but it's like, if you look at law clerks, a lot of them are actually like judges' daughters or children of actual other judges that he's just hooking up. And this whole Washington DC is a very insider game. You want to keep everything in the inside, very deep state. This guy is deep state as it gets. I mean, he investigated Bill Clinton while at the same time being friends with Hillary Clinton. Like, oh, yikes. So there's been all kinds of, attempted rape allegations, sexual assault allegations, straight up pervy behavior, like smell my balls, kiss my, use your imagination, right? Dr.Ford's been the first woman to come forward. Kavanaugh at a house party, allegedly, nonpartisan, allegedly, got her into a room, put hand over her mouth, tried to rape her, but Mark Judge, who wanted to get into this devil's triangle, he wanted to get in on there, he wasn't a hero, he jumped on the bed. But old Judge, he's a big boy, he's a wook. Everyone fell off the bed, and she was able to make her escape. Kavanaugh was so drunk he could barely even get up from being tossed from the bed. Why? So yeah, like, everyone falls off the bed. Kavanaugh's so drunk, he literally, he was like, ooh. Ford was able to escape. Judge is a sick man. He's deleted his YouTube channel. Usually YouTube's the person that deletes your channel. Hopefully my channel doesn't get deleted after this video. I mean, we are at Swamp Studio, so I doubt that'll happen. So, because of these allegations, they had a hearing last week, like September 27th, 28th, one of the two, we're blacked out over here. I forget the dates. That's when things go off the rails, bro. Dr. Ford shows up. She gives a heartfelt testimony. Facial recognition experts, who are able to tell face tells, say that she's telling the truth. Kavanaugh, it was sad and scary, like Christine, Dr. Ford, Blasey coming forward. It's like, because a lot of people, here's one thing. There's a lot of women who are attacking Dr. Ford is like, why didn't she come out sooner? Where's her evidence? When you're sexually assaulted, by someone of privilege, it's not only hard to come out, and not only is it hard to prove, but the backlash And that's why a lot of rape victims don't come forward. So to attack anyone doing this, you're setting a precedent that to other women, like, hey, look what happens when you come out. You're going to be trashed by other women. Now, granted, most of these women are ignorant Caucasians from the sticks, and they literally don't know anything about life. They think they do, but you know who I'm talking to, these type of women I'm talking about. Come on, bros. They're clued in, but they're actually clueless. Like a lot of people probably say about me. And I'm nonpartisan, bro. So Kavanaugh comes out in this investigation. He comes out pretty buzzed. It appears that he's actually been drinking before his own hearing, and he goes on the attack. At one time, they ask him, hey, have you ever drank till you blacked out? And most of us have. It's a simple question, like, yeah, I have, but I didn't rape anyone. It's simple. You can answer that simply. They asked him, this senator, it's on the tip of my tongue. I didn't write her name down, but she asked him, have you ever drank till you blacked out? And his answer was, have you? It's like, dude, you're fucking drunk right now. What's good, bro? Like, you're drunk right now, dude. What? And this was an early morning hearing. I mean, he was on a 45-minute rant before the question started. So after the hearings, they're like, yeah, we want you to be judged, but we're going to do this FBI investigation. Now, there's been multiple accusers, and there's been, and the FBI has been investigating. A woman named Schwedwick went on, her attorney is Michael Avanti, Stormy Daniels' lawyer. She said that she's witnessed him doing gang rapes and gang bangs, and dudes waiting outside the door, and dudes finding where they can fit in whatever hole. He'll grab a knee and bend it, like a sandwich with his hot dog in the middle. I mean, this guy's a sick puppy, allegedly. One thing I want now to say is I'm wrapping the video up. I'm wrapping this up. This is the last scene, hopefully. But Judge Kavanaugh is a Catholic. He is an alcoholic. He got married in 2004, met his wife in 2001, and during the whole hearing, his wife is giving him this face. And she's giving this face, and, it's really sad. Like, either she's, like, giving that face because she knows he's lying through his teeth, or maybe she believes him and his life is ruined, or she knows what he's like when he's drunk. If Kavanaugh gets that belligerent and angry in public, imagine what he's like when he's that drunk and he's behind closed doors, either with his wife or with his children, with his daughters. And that's not where I wanted to end this video. I wanted to end it saying, look, he's a Catholic man he puts his time into the church. He does help his community. He actually has put the work in and helped feed the homeless. He believes in helping the homeless and the poor. And there's a lot of people saying, well, he wants to take back women's rights on abortion. And, just digging a little bit through the swamp files, he's actually did things to protect the rights of abortion, but he's in this he was involved in the Priest for Life scandal or lawsuit or whatever, but he doesn't seem as pro-abortion or anti-abortion as some other people, and who knows, maybe it's for other reasons. But this man has helped feed the homeless. Okay, so this man isn't all bad. Well, when we find out his lie detector test results, if we find out, he can pass maybe Dr. Ford was assaulted, but was not by Kavanaugh. There have been other men who came forward to actually take bragging rights about it, which is weird. It's weird. This whole thing's been prison orange, state hospital orange worthy for sure. Like, and so the FBI investigation's ongoing, and I just gave you a brief, nonpartisan look into Judge Kavanaugh. He convicted Shamu. There's a lot of other details. I guess the stuff he's done under Bush disqualifies him. Also, during this Senate hearing, he went off the rails. He was like, this is a Clinton conspiracy. This is a left-wing conspiracy, which seems very partisan. When you're a judge, you're supposed to be nonpartisan. Which, I think that needs to be sorted out. He also kind of made a threat to America that these consequences will last decades to come. I guess once he gets on the Supreme Court. So these are all things to watch closely in the upcoming days and weeks. Some people say there's a blue wave coming. Some people say there's a crimson tide. And women, please quit attacking rape victims. Women, please stick together. Women, please talk things out before there's so many women in this conspiracy now, the Alex Jones, Breitbart, Trump influence. So, but still try to be more empathetic and loving towards your fellow people. This video, I really tried to be right down the middle with Judge K. Hopefully maybe I can even throw some memes in here, but it's been a great video. It's been a great season premiere. Love you guys. Go Rockies. Go Broncos. Fist. 2 for flinching.